innovative, it was bold, it's grassroots, and the feedback we're getting is just fabulous. So the feedback you might be getting from other links is that in this interest in this program, it's just been really unique in dealing with that aspect. So you really took a risk, stepped out of the box and funded something that most people would have been shy to fund, and I think it's having some really good impact. The Southwest Geriatric Day Conference and then 3 health fairs that will deal with that aspect. Then decided that we needed a second wave of training. So CCAC case managers were saying, we get people in the office, we say, here's the book in the binder, and it's like deer in the headlight. It's too much information. So we thought that getting another group of people that would be informed about the model and that they could then go work with families to set up teams in dealing with that aspect. So almost to get them jump started. So we've trained that whole group just last May in dealing with that aspect. So another about 80 people that have been trained. Informational materials, about 300 books have been distributed. So it's now 315 because there's 15 around the room. 150 Share the Care DVDs. And I'll show, Sheila had created 2 little stories, and we were each given a copy of those. And so about 150 of those are floating around the Southwest land. And we're in the process of working on our own. We've got about 4 stories that we want to highlight. And that was part of the proposal to create that. There's been over 292 people, training binders that were out there, and over 4,000 information packages. So these little packages of information for every workshop we did, people have got it. And then 90 copies of our Share the Care proposal. That's throughout the province, and it's about to get bigger. Agency involvement, the Helpline has been really great because the Share the Care web presence is based in the Helpline, which is underneath the Caregiver Exchange and then Share the Care. It's a little hard to find, so we're working on finding a way of doing that, because when you type in Share the Care, you get the national website first. So we're trying to find a way to get our website popped up. All the forms are there. You can download the forms free. Most of the book is written, it's on the website, on the national site. So you can tell this organization is not out to make money. It's in order to create or prevent this model and dealing with that aspect. So CCAC has been very involved in End-of-Life Care Network, and also been really helpful dealing with that. Our future information services, our sessions, I'll be presenting at the Canadian Hospice Palliative Care National Conference, doing a presentation on Share the Care. So they have about 1,400 people from across the country, and they're each going to get a copy of the proposal. So that's where I say it's going to blossom so that they can then see how they can implement that in their particular area. There's this presentation, the Regional Stroke Program I met just last Friday. And this is, again, the more people often say, well, how's this new program going? I'm saying, well, the only thing that limits this program is imagination. So when I was at one workshop, the person that runs the 14 adult day center said, well, how about coming to our group, to the partners, and talk about creating teams with them. So that's 14. They each have about 30 members each, and that's in the next couple of months developing. So that's just another area. I mean, there's the Arthritis Society. There's any particular disease-focused group, they could develop a model on Share the Care that would be really helpful. And then more ongoing sessions in the Southwest. So the next steps is sustainability and sustainability. The beauty of this program is what they call the Share the Care Station. So in the proposal, you folks granted $40,000 of ongoing funding for Share the Care Station. So that's, let's say, a group in gray groups. The Alzheimer's Society says, we would like to carry on this program, and if you can fund 3 hours a week of a staff time, we'd like to do that. And so we could have as many as 20 Share the Care stations out there. But the beauty about this program is it's up to the local area. So some groups are saying, let's pool our money and have one Share the Care station for great groups, and then at least it'll be funded. It's amazing as service providers, once we hear the word funding, we start saying, well, 40,000 isn't enough. And so there's that real tendency to create a bureaucracy around it. So the push is to say, no, this needs to stay grassroots. The 3 hours a week is just to enhance it, to make sure that we're not saying, here, just run it and just fit it in somewhere. So this way there's some accountability in dealing with that aspect. The media campaign will be helpful in dealing with that aspect, and then more ongoing sessions that can be helpful. So the outcome so far, we've had about 60 share the care teams, and this has been really hard to measure because there was no way of capturing. Once the information got out, it just kind of blossomed. So people, it was mostly anecdotal that would say, we started a team here, we started a team there, in dealing with that particular aspect. So over 300 people have been trained. It's a grassroots organization structure that's created, and then there's an evaluation process that's dealing with that. What I thought I'd do then is just show you two of the little clips of the video, just to give you an idea of how a group is started. And then I'll open it up to questions.